This episode is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 seller of games and gaming accessories. And GatheringMagic.com, the #1 resource for Magic the Gathering news and articles.
Good evening, and welcome to the first Drafting with Big Nass, Dark Ascension edition. This is going to be, this is obviously the first time I'm recording, but I've only actually drafted this format once or twice before, so it's going to be a bit of a learning process, but I feel like I'm quite familiar with Innistrad by itself, so Dark Ascension does change things, but it's not going to be like drastic. So let's take a look. Obviously we're going to take a look at the rare first. So I don't even know what this does. Okay, so that seems pretty decent, but let's take a look what else we have here. Pirate Heart Wolf is actually quite good. I've played both with and against it, and it's just really hard to deal with. But I think the pick here is actually Tragic Slip. I mean, Tragic Slip is just very, very good, and I think it's actually better than the Fiend of the Shadows. Just because like Fiend of the Shadows does cost 5 mana, and it's pretty small for given how much it costs. And it's only really good in the like black-white human deck, where you're gonna have like a bunch of humans to sacrifice. But like if the Tragic Slip wasn't in the pack, I would probably slam the Pirate Heart Wolf here. But I also don't really want to commit to like red-black. But I mean, this pack is quite good, so we'll probably end up wheeling something good. But for now, like it's pretty safe to just take a removal spell and see what comes. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. And the rare is missing here, and so right away the Death's Crest is what stands out to me. I know passing like a black rare and then going into black like seems bad, but honestly, like I don't think that rare was actually all that great. I mean, it's decent. Like don't get me wrong, I'll almost always play it, but I mean, I think both Tragic Slip and Death's Crest are better than that. So let's go ahead and grab that Death's Caress. Grafdigger's Cage. Isn't that worth money? I'm going to check, because, you know, I'm a miser that way. Okay, not really, so... Alright, so screw that. So our options here are another Death's Caress or Diregraph Captain. Just going to remind myself exactly what Diregraph Captain does. So it's a Lord, it has Death Touch, and it also pings them when a zombie dies. So it's that or Death's Caress. I think Death's Caress is the safer pick here. Diregraph Captain is quite... Actually, all the captains are quite good. Or I think the red-green one isn't a captain, but whatever. All the the allied color lords are quite good. But again, like just going mono removal like that never hurt anyone. So yeah, I'll stick with the Death's Caress and see what else we get here. All right, Markov Blade Master. What do you do? All right, so it's double strike vampire that gets bigger. All right. That's okay, I guess. What else is here? I'm probably just going to take Blood Feud. Because that, again, seems pretty good. But after taking a Blood Feud here, I'm probably going to stop picking up like expensive cards. Because we already have like 3 expensive cards here. So, alright. I've never played with Blood Feud. It seems like it's just a 2-for-1. I mean, not always. Because, you know, it is contingent on them having 2 creatures that can actually kill each other. But in this format, that's going to happen more often than not. So let's go ahead and give that a try. All right. So nothing too exciting here. Griptide seems pretty good. It's not as good as Grasp of Phantoms. Just because the flashback on Grasp of Phantoms is probably better than having it be an instant. But I'm leaning more towards like just taking a cheap card here. I could take Silverclaw Griffin. I mean, if I was going to go black-white, that would be a good call. I don't really want to take an Evolving Wilds this early. So our choice is between Griptide and Silverclaw Griffin. It's pretty tough, actually. You know what? I'm going to go with Griptide just because I kind of have a preference to being blue-black. But that's really my only reason for doing that. I'm going to follow that up with probably taking a white card. Shatter Perception. That doesn't seem very good. I could also just take a Torch Fiend here and try to stay black-red. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the best option. So let's go ahead and grab that Torch Fiend. And you know what? Black-red is actually a color combination I'm very comfortable with. Alright, so do we take another Blood Feud? Or do we take another Torch Fiend? You know what? I really want to see how good this card actually is. So I realize I said I don't want to take any more expensive cards, but you know what? Packs 2 and 3 will have tons of cheap cards, so I don't think that's that bad. So I'll pick up another Blood Feud here. Okay. Well, if there was a cheap card in this pack, I would gladly take it. I mean, there's Young Wolf, but I don't really want to go into green for Young Wolf. This seems like a late Elgod Inquisitor. This guy actually seems really good. But I think I'm just going to take the Near Heath Stalker, and hopefully I don't have to play it. I'm really not a huge fan of the Stalker. Alright, so would I rather have Sightless Ghoul or Falconwrath Torturer? I don't think that's close. I'm going to take the Torturer. Okay, Heckling Fiends came back, and it's decent. You know, it's... Oh, I'm happy to pick it up. Oh wow, Silverclaw Griffin came back. Could take Sightless Ghoul, but I really don't like it that much. I mean, Undying is really... It gets a lot worse when your creature can't even block. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the yeah. I'll take Sightless Ghoul in case I have to play it. And you know what? It fills the curve at this point. All right, so here I'll take Skillful Lunge just to hate a combat trick from someone. This is not playable. I'll just hate the combat trick. And why not? Alright, so this pack didn't go that well, but I feel like we're set up quite nicely for packs 2 and 3. I mean, we have like 5 removal spells, so like we can just grab all the creatures that we see. Although I will still happily pick up a Victim of Night if I see one. I really wish I had I had more time to play Sealed's the more release events because whoa, I just completely lost my train of thought because I opened a Bloodline Keeper. All right, well that's like one of the best possible cards to open period. So obviously we're summing that down, but finishing my train of thought that I had before. I wish I had more time to play more seals in the release during the release events because those are pretty profitable to play on Magic Online. But unfortunately, I was pretty busy with school, so I only managed to do like 2 seals and 2 drafts. But yeah, let's take Bloodline Keeper. All right, well, this draft is going well. I had 2 Lord of Lineages out in FNM today. That was pretty sweet. I think I played one on turn 4, then I played one on turn 5, and then I made a token end of turn, and then on tap made 2 tokens and just got in there for like a million. I don't know if it was actually turn 4 and turn 5, but it was like back to back Bloodline Keepers. Okay, so what do we got here? Not a whole lot. Yeah, this is pretty Stansy here. Could take Demon Mail Hauberk, but I really don't like that. So I'm choosing between Altar's Reap and Brainweevil. Yeah, and pretty well committed into red. I don't really want to pick up a Priest here. Kind of wish I was black-white, but oh well. Alright, well... Guess I'll take Altar's Reap and be happy about it. I guess it's pretty good with Sightless Ghoul. Please don't make me play Near Heat Stalker. He's okay. I mean, like, I'd rather play him than any of the other, like, 5-drop vampires. The common ones, that is. So I'm, like, comparing it to, like, uh, the 5-mana 4/3 and, huh. Sorry, again, I lost my train of thought, but now I'm trying to decide between Vampire Interloper and Ashmouth Hound. I think Ashmouth Hound is a better card overall. But I think Vampire Interloper is going to be better for our deck, just because we really want to play as many vampires as possible for Bloodline Keeper. I mean, not that like you need to, but because Bloodline Keeper is quite good just by itself, but it does get incrementally better with when you have more vampires. It just you get to flip it that much faster. So that's going to sway me towards the Vampire Interloper, but I have to admit, like, it's still pretty close because Ashmouth Hound just it's a very effective attacker and blocker. Like anything one toughness, it just kills it immediately. But here we're just going to take Vampire Interloper. And if I pick up 2 more Vampire Interlopers, I'll be pretty happy. Alright, so Crossway Vampire is looking like the pick here. It's a vampire, and this is the kind of deck where you kind of want to play like Blood Crazed Neonates and stuff like that. So just having the falter effect is really nice. So let's go ahead and pick that up. We only have 8 creatures, so Near Heat Stalker might make the cut. What I really want to see is like a Falconwrath Noble, because that guy is pretty good. Alright, well, that's pretty late deadweight, and I'm happy to take it. It's not like there's like a playable creature to take over it. I mean, I could take a Hanwire Watchkeep, but it's so much worse than deadweight, so let's go ahead and take it. Hanwire Watchkeep is actually it's really good in like the red-green deck, but in this kind of deck, like I really want to be casting cards every turn, and I can't really count on them to. I really can't count on my opponent to not play a spell. And it's not like having a 1/5 body is really what I'm looking for in this deck. Like I'm going to be attacking, and like they're not going to be able to really attack me back. Like they're going to want to block. All right. So the choice here is between Rolling Temblor and Corpse Lunge. Corpse Lunge is... I don't really think I need Corpse Lunge. Like, I have enough removal spells. So, I don't think I'm going to start Rolling Temblor, but I'm probably going to board it in against certain decks. Just because there are quite a few decks where it's really good against. And, like... Corpse Lunge is just like a 1-for-1, whereas Rolling Temblor, like... is really going to be good in those like one-off situations where you really need to kill multiple creatures. So let's go ahead and grab that and hide it, because I really don't want to main deck it. It's really funny how like a card like that in most formats is really good, but in this format it's like barely playable. So Stormkirk Patrol was the name of the card I was stumbling on before earlier. It's really not what I'm looking for, but I don't think I want to take a Bump in the Night over it. I mean, Bump in the Night is pretty good, but like this deck is a bit more top heavy, so I don't really want to just I just don't really want to load my deck full of burn spells. I'd rather have like things that I can actually attack. And like I said, we are short on creatures, so I mean, we do have quite a lot in the upper part of our curve, but it's entirely possible that it's not avoidable. All right, well, this is like super late blazing torch. I don't think we have near enough vampires to make Vampiric Fury like even a consideration. So let's go ahead and pick up the blazing torch. Kind of glad I picked up a Falcon Rat Torturer. He's pretty good. I like having a sack outlet, and if I manage to pick up any Trader's Bloods, he'll get even better. Okay. Well, nothing too exciting here. I think I'm going to take Mask of Avacyn just because it's really good against us. Excuse me. Like, our mono removal deck is really it's not going to want to face against something that gives all their creatures, give one of their best creature hexproof. Like, that's, especially since a lot of our removal is sorcery based removal. I haven't seen any Blood Crazed Neonates yet. That's kind of upsetting. All right, well, here's that Hauberk again, and there's really like nothing worth taking over it. We might even end up playing it just because we have a couple Undying creatures, and it's quite a good interaction actually. This way you can sacrifice a creature and not even be down a card. And again, we're looking for Trader's Blood, so it also works. It has pretty good synergy with that. All right. Well, let's see. I think I'll just hate a Burning Vengeance. I think of these cards, it's the one I want to lose to the least. Okay, so in that similar vein, which of these cards do I want to lose to the least? Probably Spectral Flight, so let's get that out of here. Alright, might have to play Manor Skeleton. Hopefully not. Hopefully we pick up some 2-drops in pack 3 here. Yeah, last pick rare. What's up? I think I have like 12 of these now.